What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We are back here with stage 3 of the Mobile Cycling Classic. I'm sitting in third place, tied for third place with this Michael from Mac Racing, whose wheel I'm sitting on right now, going into day 3. I don't think anyone else looked up the Omnium points. I'm pretty sure I was the only person who knew what the situation on the road was, but yeah, so I'm sitting tied for third. My teammate Zion is in second ahead of me, and then we'll see the green kid triathlete is kind of out of touch for me in first place. I think he's got a big lead from maybe fourth place the first day, or third place, and a win yesterday. So yeah, it's looking like a battle between me and Mac Racing for probably second spot on the podium, assuming we can drop the sprinter Zion in this race. So yeah, the plan for this race today was I was thinking I've got a lot of teammates, and ideally this course is a bit longer than yesterday with still the 2 U-turn hot dog crit, but a little bit longer straightaways, so more likely to stay together. So my plan was to not try to force a breakaway and see if things stay together a little late in the race. Ideally, have a teammate around, and if there is a selection, have a teammate or two make it with me, hopefully, so we can kind of do some attacking into the final. Yeah, so I'm just going to try to sit in, stay towards the front of the race because I think it is still pretty likely a break goes. I'm not going to try to initiate, but I want to be in any moves that go. Yeah, so the course is, again, a big, long hot dog. The only defining features are these U-turns at either end of the course. So, yeah, I've got six teammates. We're by far the biggest team in the field, so I'm just going to chill, sit on my teammates' wheels, be surrounded by the friends, and we're just starting out at basically Sunday group ride pace here. So, yeah, let's jump ahead and get into some more of the action. So not a whole lot has happened. I'm just sitting on my teammates' wheels, cruising along Sunday group ride pace, when all of a sudden, bam, we accidentally cut the course there. So there goes my 1/3 of my team. Whoops. They double back, and one of them gets back in, but unfortunately we lose a guy right there and then on lap 2. Something's going on with the GPS. The 24 laps, it's actually 12 laps, so it's kind of doubled up. But yeah, that gives you an idea. We're still extremely early in the race here. Yeah, so that sucks. As soon as everyone kind of realizes what happens, this Mac Racing, I think he was in the 4-5 race as well. He's doubling up, so he's just kind of working for Michael, I think, in this race is the plan, and he heads to the front and smartly starts absolutely drilling it, brings it up to like 32 miles an hour, and RIP to my teammate who got caught out by the unfortunate wrong turn. But what can you do? So let's talk a bit about who's in the race. We got Michael from Mac going off the front here, attacking over the top of his teammate. He's pulling up to the turn going into the back straight here. If you watch the video from yesterday, you'll see he's not really super confident in these turns, so I wasn't too worried about that one. I kind of sped up a little to make sure the gap was minimal, but I know I can close it down in the corner. He's kind of struggling with these. We got, I think it's Christian on Team Skyway. Young kid, seems to be a bit of a sprinty boy, so he missed the break yesterday, but I think if it comes down to a sprint, I got to watch out for his kick. And another youngster from Nashville local who was pretty active yesterday, but also missed the break. With a bit of a longer circuit today, I think he seems to be pretty active, wants to be in any move, so I was kind of marking him out as well. And then as far as my team goes, we got in the Nolafix kid here in the blue helmet, Robert Frank. We got Patrick, both kind of all-rounders, happy to ride in a breakaway, have some decent, especially Frank has some decent watts in the sprint. We'll see Zion rolling up alongside me here in the pink helmet. He has absolutely massive watts, one on day one from my lead out. He's uncatchable if he gets the jump on you in the sprint. And then we've got the overall Omnium leader here in the yellow and black kit. Trey, yeah, just a real strong triathlete. The typical doing his second crit ever or something with just insane fitness. So he's the obvious favorite. He doesn't seem to have any weaknesses as a Cat 4. So the way the Omnium works, I'm quite a few points down on him. I think the scenario where I win the overall is if I get in a breakaway, we drop Trey, and he finishes 4th or worse, which seems unlikely, but you never know what could happen. Like here, he pops his hands off the bar for no reason on a straightaway. You never know. You never know with triathletes. So attacks start flying pretty early, and my teammate Taylor goes up the road. Michael's chasing, and yeah, I'm gonna chill. Let Trey do some work. Hopefully, tire himself out a little chasing down attacks from other people or my teammates. It's all good for me. I'm just gonna try to sit, keep my heart rate low, save my legs for later. Nashville local's excited. He's gonna chase hard. Whatever works for me, really, as long as someone else is doing it. One of my favorite tactics during these hot dog courses is to attack in the corners because the U-turns are really, if you're leading the way, see I hit it at like 17, 18, which is not amazing, but I'm first wheel and I kind of dive bomb everyone, so I maintain a little more speed. The guys behind me probably touch brakes there to go around me and then have to surge back up. So I just kind of do a little bit of power to get to first wheel going into the corner, and then I can just sit up and chill, do like 200 watts, and everyone behind me has to do quite a bit more than that.
Set up, YouTube. 3 seconds on the field. Save your matches, brother. Oh yeah, ripping line. Just ripping.
Alright, so a couple laps later, I've been throwing some attacks. There's been a couple other kind of minor attacks going on. And here is where we get to kind of the defining moment of the race, I guess, in the break formation. So I'm sitting on Nashville Local's wheel. We go into this turn. I'm trying to get a little bit of a rest, sorry. So I'm kind of a little bit further back in this massive pack of maybe 15 racers we have going on. But yeah, so I'm trying to sit midfield and get some rest. And makes it hard to see what's going on at the front of the race. So I'm just chilling here, kind of hanging out, and then even watching back this footage, it's hard to tell exactly when. I think Michael from Mac and Christian on Skyway send it up the road. You can just kind of see them rolling off the front in the distance there. And I don't even really notice it happening in the race until they already have a pretty solid gap established. So I get a little bit nervous. These 3 guys are strong enough that even without Trey up there with them, I'm kind of worried about their ability to stay away. And yeah, if I miss the breakaway, I'm not going to win the Omnium. So at this point, I'd like to make sure I'm represented, or our team is represented by at least 1 or 2 people. So I think it should be, I'm thinking at this point, it should be no big deal for us to bring it back. Frank's at the front. I'm ready to take some hard pulls. So we're going to work together and see if we can chase this down. So Trey hops in. He seems keen to chase. He's going to send it pretty hard through this corner. Frank kind of jumps under me there a little bit awkwardly, which not the greatest move. Kind of slows me down. I lose the wheel a little bit. And yeah, now I'm going to have to bridge solo, essentially. So yeah, Trey has disappeared. I'm not getting back on terms with him, and I just kind of put my head down. My heart rate's already 186. I'm really hurting here, but I know I just have to do a huge effort. Absolutely, this is it, do or die. I'm not gonna make it back to the breakaway. There's no way we're chasing back on through these U-turns, so I'm just 100% all in here to survive. So I'm back on, make it up there with a group of top five riders in the breakaway. Feel pretty good about that. I'm pretty cooked from yesterday, so I think that 190 heart rate we just hit is probably my max on the day. I'm really suffering here. I thought I made contact, but they surged, and yeah, now I've just got to do that like one extra effort to really get back from a couple of bike lengths, like I'm pain dangling right now, to actually in the draft on this slight headwind section. So now I'm back on. There's a big difference between those kind of 2-3 bike lengths and actually being in the wheel. So now it's time to recover and make sure I don't get dropped from this group, because I think this is going to be the race winning move here. So Trey slides off, moves to the back. My heart rate is absolutely jacked, so I'm thinking, how can I not contribute to this breakaway? The gap is not huge, and I do have teammates back in the pack, so I'm content to kind of hang in here and let everyone else do the work. If they want to try to drop me out of this group, I'm just going to not pull and hopefully hang in the back. So yeah, Michael pulls off, kind of gives me the look, and yeah, I give him the no way. Still cooked. So there are some discussions. Everyone's kind of, that's the beauty of the Cat 3-4 race. Everyone's sort of new to these race dynamics, team tactics. So I'm just bluffing, saying that I'm happy to have the field come back and have my teammates come up, even though I don't know if anyone's going to make it. But these guys are gung ho to keep the break going. They're kind of driving it along at the front, maybe excessively enthusiastic because they don't need to be working this hard to stay away. But I'm going to use that to my advantage and do absolutely nothing between now and the end of the race. So we can pretty much cut to the last lap, I think. Nothing else happens. I just sit on the wheel, absolutely suck wheel, and try to get my heart rate down and get feeling a bit better. It's been 3 really hot races out here in Mobile. It's like 100 degrees with crazy humidity, heat dome in place. So I'm not feeling very good even after 20 minutes of sitting on, but we'll see what I got for the final. So I've been lurking for a long time on the back of this group. Yeah, and here we are coming down to the last lap. I'm thinking that I probably have to go early. I think Christian's got a good kick on him, and Trey's kind of just stronger than me. So I'm thinking I'm going to send it through this second to last corner, just at the start of the last lap here, and hopefully get a gap on the field and try to either hold it to the line or tow away a smaller group and see what we can do tactically from there. I at least want to put a dent in everyone's legs because I'm less of a sprinter than probably most of these guys. Yeah, so I'm just absolutely surging as hard as I can out of this corner, trying to get a gap going, but you can see here I shut it down fairly quickly because I don't get much separation. I think these guys are all over me. I'm not, I don't know, I guess I don't have enough of the legs at the end of a long race weekend like this out in the heat. They're too strong to be got rid of that way. So yeah, I'm gonna sit up, slide to the back and see what we can do going into the final corner here. So Trey takes the front. He's been on the front for probably the last 3 laps for the most part. Yeah, we've put him on there. He's happy to. He's just gets on the super aero tuck. He's doing a pretty tempo pace for him, I think, and kind of still making us work a little. So kudos to him for just being a real high FTP guy. So yeah, I'm gonna sit last wheel, kind of suss it out. I'm sort of beaking at Christian here a little bit, um, telling him he doesn't want to be behind Mac going to the last corner because I think a gap is gonna open. He's not. Trey's gonna attack this corner. Michael on Mac is not the strongest bike handler, so I think there's going to be a gap open up. We're all going to have the surge to close it, and it's going to make the sprint harder than it needs to be. But Christian is obviously not going to listen to me because, you know, why would I give him good advice? That's kind of my number one rule of bike racing is if someone tells you to do something during a race or during a ride, I typically do the opposite because they're kind of just trying to get you to do what suits them. So yeah, kudos to him. Don't listen to other racers. But here we go, final corner. Yeah, look at that. Gap opens between Michael and Trey, as predicted. Christian's got some punch, though. Look at this kid. He gets arrow. He's got good watts. Goes right around him. I kind of think about following, and then I think, you know what? I'm going to let Nashville local kid do at least some of this work for me until he's got nothing left to offer. And then I spike up. I got to get on Christian's wheel here if I want to have any chance of the win. I'm doing a huge effort here. This is my all out kind of 1 minute. I'm dying. I should already be on that wheel if I want to have a chance to win, but still gapped. Kudos to me, I guess, for staying on it. They slowed down a little. I still got speed, so I think my only chance is to come by them, still doing 30 plus around this turn. I try to get the jump on them, but there is no jump there really to be had. Get a tiny bit of a lead for a second, but boom, Christian just finishes it off. Great sprint. Trey also super strong. Yeah, there's your race winner today and your Omnium winner. So that puts me in second for the weekend, which I was pretty stoked on. In the money, Zion, my teammate, he won day one with a nice team effort. Great sprint. He finished up in fifth, so two of us in the money. Pretty solid weekend overall. Had a great time. Had a blast at Mobile Cycling Classic. Good race. Kind of crap courses, to be honest, but I think they're hoping to move to something better next year again. And you know what? There's not that much racing down here on the Gulf Coast, so I'll be back. And I hope you guys come back to watch it. So thanks for making it this far in the video. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. And we'll see you next time.